What's going on, everyone? ASPEN here. We're back here with another video. So on today's session, we are doing one of our series, which is the morning market brief. So the things that we need to look at the markets today, since it's the final day of the week, the last session of the week. So it's Friday the 18th of February 2022. So let us remember, guys, that these videos are mainly for educational purposes, and also trading CFDs and leveraged products involves a significant level of risk, and people are liable for a portion or entire loss of their margin deposits. So do not trade money you cannot afford to lose. So that is just our disclaimer there. So on the cards here today, guys, we have the US 10-year yields, we have Bitcoin, we have gold, which we covered in the previous video, and we're gonna cover the S&P 500, Nasdaq, look at WTI oil, and then on the JXE side we're gonna look at ASPEN, ASCENDIS Health, OMNIA, and GOLDFIELDS. So yeah, let us just get on it. So if we look at the economic front there, so as we said on the previous video, that as much as there are things that are happening with the war between Russia and NATO, Ukraine and the United States, but the other factor this week will be the Fed FOMC minutes. This was released on Wednesday night, South African time. So the minutes showed that the Fed is ready to raise interest rates in next month meeting. So this next month's meeting is going to be on March the 16th. So the Fed is more than ready to raise interest rates. So they're going to raise rates, and also they're going to shrink their balance sheet as well. So the key points there that were set there on the statements that, so the officials outlined that the plans for interest rates hike and reduction in the assets they hold on their balance sheet. They updated that on their last meeting. So the minutes that were released on Wednesday from the January session show concerns about inflation and the financial stability, through members urge a major approach to tightening monetary policy. So inflation is a problem in the United States, inflation is a problem like in Europe, inflation is a problem in the UK, inflation is a problem even here in South Africa as well. So if the Fed goes on a tightening spree, the other central banks as well will follow suit. As we saw that the Bank of England, they did increase their interest rates on their last meeting last month. So FOMC members also noted that inflation was the beginning to spread beyond the pandemic effect sector and affect sectors into the broader economy. So inflation is just a really big problem. So if we move from those inflations and stuff and actually look at the charts, then we saw that after that statement, the US 10-year government yields, they actually jumped after the statement, but on yesterday's session they ended up closing out even lower. It's around about 1.98%. So they jumped up to the recent high, which was almost 2%, but they closed the session on yesterday at 1.98. So inflation is still a problem here. So we might actually see the 10-year yield still trying to push higher to 2.32 percent there. So stocks are still a bit more even under pressure there. So with the statement, inflation plus the US 10-year yield is moving higher. So On another side, guys, we have an inflation problem, but there's also a crypto headache as well. There's also a crypto wave that is currently happening. So I saw someone saying on Twitter that the amount of adverts that were there during the Super Bowl in the United States were like Bitcoin whales actually luring some new buyers into the market so they can sell their holdings. So it actually makes sense that because after a few days the Super Bowl happened, crypto started to fall. So some big players actually losing their positions there, or even like shorting the market, trading against retail traders. So if we look at the balance there between the buyers and sellers on the past 24 hours on the major exchanges, we would see that there is still like a balance. 47% on Binance, people are bearish, sorry, are bullish, but 52% people are like bearish. So on Bitfinex, 53% people are really bearish. So an average of 51% here, people are bearish on those major exchanges. So that's why we actually saw the price there of Bitcoin actually moving lower on yesterday's session, if I could say that. So we saw the price of Bitcoin moving lower on yesterday's session, and as I have always said on the previous videos, that I'm just pretty much bearish on this Bitcoin. The next level that we always spoke about was that if it starts to trade below 40,000, Bitcoin is going to touch the 32k level that it touched previously, and it might actually go even low. So if I'm just looking at this now, there's just another bearish flag that is just here. There's a bearish flag that is here. If I can just draw it here, a bearish flag that is here, and also it is being supported with at the double top that is right here. So this is a bearish flag chart pattern, and also a double top that is here. So the market touched here and pulled away, and then it came back to touch and it pulled away. So we might actually see some more bearish action, actually targeting the 17,200 level that I've been speaking about in the past couple of weeks. So these are really extreme levels, but by the look of things, of which the speed they are happening, this could actually happen. I'm not saying it will happen, but it could actually happen. So Bitcoin, I'm just saying no, there's still just no hope to buy yet. There's still just no hope to buy it. So if you have an EC10 position, just brace yourself. Or if you are holding, just hold, don't sell. If you want to, don't sell or do not buy more. But if you want to trade it, you can just short this thing and just make some money when it goes down. So if we look at gold, so on the previous video we spoke about gold, that gold will move higher and touch the 1,900 level, and that just happened in the space of 4 days, which is just incredible. It is just really incredible. So the buyers still on the upside. That people remember guys, traditional investment banks like your Goldman Sachs, like your JP Morgan, those huge institutions, they still believe that gold is a safe haven when assets are going down, because like they hold billions and billions and even trillions of assets under their management, so they always look for a safer space for to put investors money. So gold is still a safe haven there. So as much as it has been consolidating for the past 3.5 years, but now it's actually trying to push higher. So 1,911 was clocked. The next target is 1,988, and the last one we are targeting 2,078 levels. So let's just say 2,000 levels. So the traditional banks are still having like major assets there on gold, because gold is a physical asset that you can buy and just actually have it like this thing at your home there, like, and maybe just put it away in a bank. You can leave it for as an inheritance for your kids. You can melt this thing and build a ring, a necklace, even some people put it in on their teeth as well. So moving forward, if we're looking at US oil. So oil has been a bit of under pressure the past couple of days. Why? Cause we saw that they said Russia is pulling away its troops from the Ukrainian border now. So that's just took off some buying pressure there on oil in there. So it just took off some buying pressure there on oil, but it actually did move it moved higher to $96 a barrel, I think, on Monday, and then now it's trying it might close off the week lower, perhaps at $89 a barrel, even at 93, but it will not close high. But you can see that there's been like almost eight straight weeks of buying pressure, so it's just needed a breather, and then the buying will continue there as a continuation of this head and shoulder pattern that we are seeing here. So if we look at US indices, and SPX USD. The S&P 500, guys, the sentiment still hasn't changed. The sentiment still hasn't changed, and now on the weekly charts we are actually seeing that the bias is just still there on the downside. So bias is still there on the downside. Inflation is a problem. The Fed is actually wanting to tighten their higher interest rates at a faster pace. So investors don't really like that much that interest rates will go higher at a faster pace. So we are still pretty much bearish on the S&P. Next week we might actually witness 4270 or 71 level, or maybe by the end of March we might actually see the 4,000 handle there on the S&P 500. So on the technology heavy Nasdaq, so on the technology heavy Nasdaq, we saw that Facebook is being hit again. It's being hit again. It's actually, I think on yesterday's session it was down. Let me check the ticker. I've forgotten the ticker for Facebook. Oh, it's still FB. I thought they changed it. So Facebook changed to Meta platforms. So if we see the chart of Meta platforms, we're seeing that it is actually getting a serious beat down there on the market, because 3 weeks ago it fell about 21% in a single day, and then the previous week it was down about 7%, and yesterday alone, actually this bearish action actually happened yesterday, it is down about 5%. That's about 32% of market cap wiped out in the space of 3 weeks. Those are billions and billions of dollars that are there. So as much as FB is still there on the Fangman stocks, but their market value has decreased significantly. Perhaps they will find a way to increase their market cap. So going back to the Nasdaq there. So the Facebook story actually dragged NQF, the Nasdaq, going lower. So we might actually see next week again some selling pressure going down to the 1370 level, even as low as the straight flat 1300 level, even as low as the 12,950. These are extreme levels, guys, that I'm talking about. But the way things are happening, we will witness maybe perhaps a straight 1,000 points move on the Nasdaq. So 1,000 points move on the Nasdaq, that is just massive. So if we look at the JSE side, now let us look at ASPEN. So I didn't cover any currencies here. I didn't do euro, dollar, or GBP, USD, even USD, because the way things are happening, every currency is just looking out for its own. So I'm just looking at the bigger picture, the indices, the commodities themselves, and then look at these individual stocks here on our South African market. So ASPEN, guys, it actually broke off this consolidation that was here, and it broke off the consolidation as the 160 level, if I can say that, and then it moved aggressively higher and touched a high of 280, which was its previous high. So it touched it high. Now we are seeing that it is forming this triangle pattern that is here. So there's two sides of the coin here. If it starts trading above this trend line here, which is the 200, then let's say if it starts trading above 218 or 215, if I could say that, you might actually see some bullish action there going to 255, even as high as 300. To be aggressive there, you might actually see 374 or 375 level in the next year or 2 years or so, because this stock moves really slowly. It's not like the other stocks, because it's one of the large pharmaceuticals companies in South Africa, in Africa, and it is also recognized globally as well. So if we look at I said we're gonna look at ASPEN, and the next one was, let me go back to this. Oh, ASCENDIS Health. So ASCENDIS Health has been like really flat, it has been really flat. Honestly, I thought it was gonna pop anytime soon, but it is just really flat. I think there's a restructure there with the management, and also they are awaiting their results, and they are pending. I think they are coming out in the next couple of weeks. They released a statement a few days ago, so they are still flat. They are just flat. If I could just say this, maybe they will find a floor somewhere around here. There will be a floor maybe somewhere there, and then that floor maybe might complete something like this. So there might be a bullish flag that is somewhere around here. Maybe the results, if they are positive results, they will push ASCENDIS health from that 7 cents level, if I'm not mistaken. Maybe it could go to 1 rand, or it could go to 2.83 rand. So just have to wait there. Only time will tell. So I'm always positive when I'm doing this analysis. So after ASCENDIS health, going to look at OMNIA and GOLDFIELDS. Okay, OMNIA, I think this has been my rockstar stock for this week. It just popped out of nowhere. It's been consolidating since October 2021. So the consolidation has happened about 4 months now. So now it just popped a few days ago, and it popped 10%. So we might actually see ASCENDIS health. If it breaks the 70 rand level, you might see it's going to 8 rand, even as 95 rand, 92 rand level, even as high as 110 level. So OMNIA there is just a straight buy there. So the last one is GOLDFIELDS, GFI. Why am I covering GOLDFIELDS? Because it is just a simple update that we spoke about it in the previous video, and then we're now covering gold as well. So now we just have to see what actually happened after our last analysis of it. So we're actually seeing that GOLDFIELDS itself is actually moving higher again. So this week alone is up about 9%, in the 8.9%. That's close to 9% there. So you might see some even more bullish action there, pushing to 190, and the next level would be 215 to 14, and the next targets would be 233 level. So that's just pretty much about it, guys, for today. That is just our morning market brief there. Remember, guys, this is not trading advice. This is just a simple analysis. So we are making big moves behind the scenes. So all in due time, I will just introduce the new things that we've done in the background. So we need to be perfect in the background, so that when we present something to you, it's even more attractive, and it sounds a little more lighter to you guys. So daily stock is still 550. The Gentleman's Club 550. So if you want both our forex signals and our stocks charts and tips, there it's 850. These are just ones of fees. So remember, trading CFDs rather involves significant level of loss. So do not trade money you cannot afford to lose, guys. So remember to like and subscribe, share our page, their channel, Stokes for Hope. So I think, guys, I'll definitely check you out in the next video. Thank you, goodbye, Absheni, Baya Danke.